organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV.
CVS kicks the habit. One store on campus gets rid of tobacco products.
And if you've ever bet cash in a fantasy league before, well, in Iowa, it's not legal, but that might change. Details next.
And in sports, full coverage of Lisa Bluter's record-setting win.
Daily Iowan TV is ready to go.
Good evening, I'm Matt Starnes.
And I'm Brianna Jett.
Heroin has made its way into the headlines. Since 2007, the number of reported heroin users in the United States has gradually risen from 373,000 all the way up to nearly 700,000 users in 2012. Heroin uses rose again on the national level in the last couple of years, but more recently, the growing trend has made its way into Iowa. According to the Iowa Narcotics Agency, Iowans have been able to get the drug at a lower cost from bigger Midwest cities. Officials say the trend has not yet caused a scene on campus, but in the last week alone, 2 people from eastern Iowa died due to heroin overdose.
The use of cigarettes on campus are prohibited according to the University of Iowa smoking policy, but we still see them all over campus. We'll check in with Daily Iowan TV's Brandon Bittner to give us a scoop on what one company is changing regarding tobacco products and where on campus it is prohibited to smoke.
In July of 2008, smoking was banned on the University of Iowa campus under the Smoke-Free Air Act. Under this policy, smoking is prohibited in all university-owned buildings, university-owned or leased vehicles, and on all university grounds. Although this may seem daunting for smokers, the restrictions are not as bad as it sounds. This is one of the 9 streets or bridges on the University of Iowa campus where smoking is prohibited. All other sidewalks, smoking is allowed as long as you stand adjacent to the street. One company is changing how they do business, affecting smokers and tobacco users at their 7,600 locations. In a press release by CVS, President Larry J. Merlot stated, "Ending the sale of cigarettes and tobacco products at CVS Pharmacy is the right thing for us to do for our customers." Some customers, like Ben Rollins, think CVS is doing this as a publicity stunt.
They're thinking that the publicity from not selling tobacco anymore, yay, is going to lead to an increase in sales that will offset what it's costing them in cigarette sales. I've got nothing against publicity stunts, don't get me wrong, they serve a purpose. Just they're being so disingenuous about it.
Brandon Bittner, Daily Iowan TV.
The Midwest has the largest smoking population, which could cause CVS to incur a bigger loss in Iowa than other regions.
Intuitive Eating. You may not have heard of it, but it's a UI program that has reached over 640 students in the last year alone. The program is focused on building healthy habits for students that result in long-term health benefits, not just unsustainable short-term weight loss. Instead of promoting weight loss, the Intuitive Eating program helps students to find and reach a more realistic, sustainable, and healthy weight. For many students, to maintain that they are eating right and exercising regularly. While the Intuitive Eating Workshop for February is now underway, spots are still available for the April workshop.
February has been a very busy and fun month at the Afro-American Cultural Center on campus. Black History Month is being celebrated this year with a full calendar of events. There has been a range of movie screenings, discussions, dance workshops, and tie-dyeing nights. Sunday night, students gathered at the AACC house for dinner, followed by a game of apples to apples. Students at this event said getting together this month is especially important because they are celebrating Black History Month.
I would definitely say there's a lot more events in February because it is Black History Month, so we kind of want to celebrate it a lot more. The university is doing a lot to make this a good Black History Month.
There are 2 more weeks of events students can attend during Black History Month. For more details on the times and descriptions of events, check out the Center for Student Involvement and Leadership's webpage. Well, there are 3 more days until Valentine's Day, so we're going to toss it over to Aaron Faust for this week's edition of Street Chatter.
In this week's edition of Street Chatter, Daily Iowans Jordan Mickle went out and talked with campus lovebirds on Valentine's Day preferences. I have to say, I myself am looking forward to hopefully being flowered with gifts. Let's see what other students on campus have to say. Jordan?
What do you expect from your significant other for Valentine's Day?
Well, I think we're going to lunch and then going to a movie and stuff like that.
Cool.
Nothing too big.
Not really too much, I guess. Just spend time together on the holiday, I guess.
Chocolates or flowers?
Chocolates. I would rather have something I can eat than something that's going to die in a couple days.
Flowers, definitely.
Chocolates. Good chocolates, though.
Home-cooked meal or going out to eat?
I think home-cooked meal, for one, it saves money, and for two, it shows that someone actually cares enough to make you something.
Going out.
I think home-cooked meal, if you have the space for it, without roommates and everything, is good. Just makes it a little more personal.
Well, even in this cold weather, it looks like love is still in the air. Will you be my Valentine? Back to you, Aaron.
Of course I'll be your Valentine. I also have to agree with chocolate, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. If you have any plans or preferences for this day of love, tweet us at DITV News. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll be sure to give Jordan the hint on the diamonds.
Coming up next on Daily Iowan TV.
Hard slopes for snowboarders at the Winter Olympics.
And in sports, find out what women's player won Big Ten Player of the Week.
But first, we're going to turn it over to Daily Iowan TV's Kelly O'Lean with the weather. Kelly, what should we be looking forward to with the rest of this week's weather?
Get your swim gear, your Sperry's, and your shorts ready because it's going to hit the 30s this week. Although tomorrow morning you'll still want to dress warm because the high is a mere 8 degrees with a 40% chance of snow. However, tomorrow afternoon will be overcast with a high of 21 degrees and it'll stay in those double digits throughout the week. Those clouds will hover through the night with tomorrow evening's high of 15 degrees. Let's break down the rest of the week. Thursday will remain partly cloudy with a high of 36 degrees. However, Friday drops down to 21 degrees, and although it may still feel warm compared to recent negative temperatures, don't be fooled by the winter shenanigans. It'll still be cold. Saturday will leap back up to 30 degrees. However, that warmth brings an 80% chance of snow throughout the day. That weather will linger over to Sunday with a high of 31 and overcast. Monday will have a high of 38 degrees. However, there's a 50% chance of sleet, so make sure you've got your rain boots ready to walk to class. That's all for weather. Take it away, desk.
Thanks, Kelly. The smiling face our grandparents grew up with passed away Monday night. Shirley Temple Black, the little girl who tapped and sang her way to Hollywood, was a symbol of happiness during the Great Depression. According to the New York Times, Black died peacefully at the age of 85 in her California home. In her later career, she was in politics where she ran for Congress but lost. She later then became a U.S. ambassador to Czechoslovakia during 1989. She will always be remembered for her famous tunes and ringlet curls.
The stakes might just have been raised for some of those who play in online fantasy sports leagues. As of Monday night, a bill received committee-level approval allowing fantasy team owners to win money in their respective leagues. The bill will now move to the full Senate for a vote. Sioux City senators say no lobbyists have registered against the bill. As of right now, it is illegal for Iowa fantasy teams to win money or anything that could be related to gambling.
Olympic snowboarders involved in the Sochi 2014 halfpipe event believe the quality of the halfpipe didn't amount to the quality of the riders. Australian and American-born snowboarders are criticizing the Olympic organizers for building a halfpipe described by one Olympian as unsalvageable. Although the sharp vertical elevation has been largely corrected, according to riders, the issue still remains at the bottom of the halfpipe, leaving riders at slow speeds and causing a crash.
And now for a look at everything going on in the world of black and gold athletics. We'll toss it over to our own Jalen Socek, who is standing by. Jalen?
Hi guys, Jalen Socek flying solo. Welcome to another busy day in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio. History was made in Carver Hawkeye Arena last night, and that's where we'll start. Lisa Bluter became Iowa's all-time basketball wins leader as a coach for both men's and women's hoops. For complete coverage of the win, let's throw it over to Rachel Bedell, who has the highlights.
Iowa took on Northwestern in Carver Hawkeye Arena. The pressure was on the Hawkeyes to get Coach Bluter to her 267th win. We picked up 10 minutes in, Iowa up 19-16 when guard Melissa Dixon knocked down this three, her second of the night. Dixon at it again with 2 more field goals. First was the 3, and then this jumper pushing Iowa's lead to 27-21. With 5:51 left, it was Thea Taylor's turn, making 2 layups and then this jumper, giving Iowa its biggest gap of the half of 8 points. Allie Disterhoff drew the foul and drained both free throws to send the Hawkeyes into halftime with the 43-49 lead. Disterhoff opens the half a minute in by pushing 2 more. However, at 12:30, the ball started to fall for the Wildcats. With 4 missed shots by the Hawks behind the arc, Northwestern takes their first and only lead of the game at 62-63 with 9:45 left. Super senior Taylor wasn't going to let that happen for long and takes a lead back with extension by 2 layups. With 5:15 on the clock, Dixon starts feeling the heat again by knocking down her second 3 in 2 minutes, making it her 6th of the night. With the Hawks up 7, they utilize the free throw line to keep their edge.
Thrilled with the 5 players in double figure, that we out-rebounded them. We scored very well tonight. Our defense obviously has a little to be desired tonight, but at the same time, we did what it takes to win.
The Hawks stayed on the hardwood to celebrate with Bluder after her 270th win, with a tribute video highlighting her historic night.
Vivian she's such a great coach. I mean, she's a Hall of Famer. She's the person that got this program started in the right direction. And I'm just glad that we have a friendship. I'm glad that we can, we share some so similar experiences. We've both sat in that seat for a lot of years, and we both love this place immensely.
On top of that, Sam Logic was named Big Ten Player of the Week this week. The junior claimed the honor for the 3rd time this year after her triple-double against number 9 Penn State last week. And nearly recorded another one in last night's win, but fell 2 rebounds short, along with registering 20 points and 10 assists. Good job, Sam. From the court to the mat, Tom's Brand and crew met with media on Tuesday afternoon ahead of the Hawkeyes' trips to Lehigh on Friday. And after a nice Senior Day ceremony on Sunday, the Hawks are all business as they inch closer to the postseason.
And I think it's good to get out there. We got 3 guys from out east in our lineup, and 2 of them are from Pennsylvania, so it makes sense. And plus, Lehigh it's a good program.
Do you ever want to stagger that? I know you went to Edinburgh also, or do you like the way it falls?
Edinburgh, is more of a kind of a favor type thing where, I guess in the old days we used to wrestle them too, but it was more of a, payback. Lehigh is probably more something maybe where we keep it going. But, I'm open to wrestling both of them. I know that they liked what happened in Edinburgh, because they were competitive, but also because it was a frenzy crowd.
That's all for tonight's show. Tune in tomorrow to hear about a track athlete who returned home to run for the black and gold. For now, let's send it back to you 2 at the desk right after this.
We're bigger, we're deeper, and we're more experienced than we've ever been.
Here's White, ducks it through. Evans gets the step on the drive, score it, and a foul. Now he throws it down. Barber with the playback to Aaron White.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you hear what the headlines will be in Wednesday's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Regent University tuition freeze is not guaranteed every year.
Funding increases for preschools.
And Iowa City School Board recap. Well, we hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Be sure to watch us tomorrow at 9, or you can find us anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a good night.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere? I joined and now I'm in Los Angeles, California, interning for Conan O'Brien at Warner Brothers Studios.
I joined and now I'm working in public relations for diabetes research.
SJC.